Hello and welcome to another episode of Rise of Nyarlathotep. My captions are being weird. I fought with OBS for like the last 15 minutes, but didn't work. So I do apologize. I will keep trying to fix them while the stream's going, but for now, that is why there's yellow box. Before we dive into this memory-filled episode, let's go around the table and introduce ourselves. I am Lucas. I will be your GM for the evening. My pronouns are he, him. Ian.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ian. My pronouns are they, them, he, they. Oh my god, I'm losing all of my words today. My pronouns are he, they. My character's pronouns, weary, artificer, tiefling, local, probably crybaby when they're not being very grumpy, has the pronouns they, them. And just had a really good time last session finding out that their entire community had actually been shunning them for way longer than they expected. So they're handling this great.
Meg.
Hey, I'm Meg. My pronouns are she, they. I'm playing our favorite socially anxious druid, godling druid with abandonment issues, Elora. And yeah, we'll see where the memories go, because I forgot what I told Lucas and now I'm scared.
They should be good. Don't worry. Jess.
Hi there, I am Jess. My pronouns are she, her. I will be playing Glyph, the Automata rogue, whose pronouns are they, them, and last time found out they killed more people than they thought they did. So that's always great to learn.
Eve.
Hello, I'm Eve, and I am playing TK37, the telekinetic goblin super soldier. And she is having a blast realizing that she is never going to be Tiffany.
Jason.
Hey, I'm Jason, and I'm playing Kurtok, the simply superb Plumerian bard. And last time, we revisited the losing of full autonomy of his siblings, which is pretty sad.
Well, before we dive into this fun-filled game that we play, just a note.
So sad!
I have a land shark sleeping at my feet. This is a new puppy, so there may be a time where I have to physically carry them out and do a little bit of crate training. But right now she's sleeping. All is well. Happy days. I'm not picking her up to show everyone because she's sleeping, and I'm starting to understand what a parent feels when their child goes to bed. So our music and sound effects that will be used today are provided by Sirenscape. So if you want your bedroom to sound like a weird jungle with some guy shouting in 30-second intervals, then head on over to Sirenscape, because you can make your dreams come true. And if you want to defy space and time and you say that I will play TTRPGs no matter where I go, then head on over to Roll20. You can make amazing maps. They got weather effects. They got cool stuff going on. They're sponsoring us. Hell yeah, that's rad. So check out Roll20, because they're super rad. They're cool, and we use their thing every single session. Even in my other games, I use Roll20. Very helpful. Okay, last time in the saddest Dungeons & Dragons game there was, our players had all decided that they were going to wake up. And, because that's what you do. You decide you wake up. So, after realizing they're in this strange void and there is this mist swirling around them, storms to their left and right, they cannot figure out where they are, and a mysterious and very cool, elegant figure known as Darkblade appears behind them and tells them that they need to embrace the darkness in their heart, and does explain that he doesn't know what's going on, even though everyone asked him each memory. And the party starts hopping through these giant spheres of blood. The first one takes them off to TK's memory. It's actually one of Tiffany's. And we watch as Tiffany is with this unknown dwarf whose face, it's like all white, scratched out, staticky all around it. Can't see it. But this dwarf is with Tiffany, and they're fighting in these caves, and they're managing to calm Tiffany down, and then Tiffany ends up saving them, killing this giant monster, and TK is just having this freak out moment of realizing that Tiffany and TK, two very separate beings. Then we go into Glyph's memory, which we see Chambers in action, gain sentience for a moment when fighting back against Lady Bywood, then overwritten with an update, and kills this woman known as Darlene on the Nostradamus space station. We hop on over to Weary's good times, where Weary is going through this ancient ceremony where people in Sekathet are chosen by one of the Draconic protectors and given special abilities. And as Weary experienced it from the inside, it was just this energy flowing around them, but from the outside, everyone saw imagery of things that have actually currently happened to present-day Weary. So Weary realizes that everyone wasn't treating them different because they're special. It's because they thought Weary was dangerous. That was a direct quote. Took that. And we go to Elora's memory, which actually stopped everyone. I counted it for about 14 seconds before Jason chimed in that it was too sad for words. We watch as little Elora is practicing godling magic with their parents, and their parents get called off to go deal with the godling by Elder Bramble, Elora's uncle, and a treant. And Elora basically goes through this time lapse, sun going up, sun going down, as we watch little Elora just wait for a long time for their parents to come home before they head off on their own. And lastly, Kratok, we go through that orb. We see what happened to Kratok. Kratok was dealing with having these two siblings that were they were infected by this bird song. They couldn't gain their lucid state anymore. They were always trapped in these memories. And Kratok was trying to find the blueprints for creating this ancient piece of Plumerian technology. And after going on a very amazing adventure with a number of other mysterious companions, Kratok made a deal with a massive banded metal being whose face was also similarly scratched out. The party could not hear what the deal was that Kratok made, nor does Kratok remember it. And then you go through the last one, and suddenly you were in the Duke's study. Duke Peyton Thaler. You were in that study and informed that you were inside the Zerithian Doom Cube. So, here we are, back in the Duke's study. It looks a lot more decrepit than it used to. You can hear a storm raging outside. Some of the pieces of the roof are missing. No rain's coming in or anything. There's a fireplace going, and the Duke is sitting at his desk pouring more scotch and just looking pretty disheveled. Clothes look messy, got a bit of a beard growing, hair's all messed up. Oh! Yeah, you're in the Zerithian Doom Cube. What are you doing here?
I ask you the same thing. And TK is just going to walk up and grab the bottle of scotch.
No.
Give it a sniff. A swig.
Yeah, it tastes good. It tastes like how scotch always tastes, which is dirt. Hear that, scotch drinkers? You just got called out. Tastes like dirt. I don't like it.
You never know who we're going to clown on this session.
You merely embraced the dirt. DK was born in it.
Yeah, so the Duke kind of sits up and swirls their drink. What do you mean, what am I doing? TK, we've had this discussion. I died. I'm in here. This is I was a part of the cube components, remember?
Yeah, well, we got blown up, so...
Oh.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we're dead, too.
How the hell did you get in here, though? The cube was already made.
Do I fucking look like I know?
You're pretty good with Magitech. I don't know. Sometimes you know things.
Perhaps destroying the mask had some ill effects.
Oh!
Though I'm not sure how it would upload us into the Doom Cube.
Which one did you get?
The cybernetic mask.
Yeah, that one.
The white one, right?
Yep, the one that turned our companion into a big metal monster.
Yes.
You see the Duke is doing this strut around their desk like, take that, you shit. Yes. All right. 1 down, 4 to go. I don't know if TK told you this, but that banded metal mask wielder killed my entire family and turned us all into the Zerithian Doom Cube. So I'm all in and taking this bastard down. I did wonder why I started feeling a lot better, though. If you're all in here, I guess the cube's not just feeding on me anymore. That's good.
Yeah, no, it's probably feeding on an entire town worth of people.
What?
We got nuked and everybody else got nuked.
Yeah, that wasn't an expression. That actually happened.
I feel like I'm coming in at like 12:30 at the party and everyone showed up at 7. Like what?
There were a lot of people.
There was a very, very big fight.
A lot of people.
We're in what was greenest? So now instead of like the Zerithian Doom Cube, now it's the greenest Doom Cube. There lots of innocence and not innocence went poof along with us, I guess is the easiest way to say that.
Probably. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I mean, all I saw was
I
white.
can assume if I died, then everyone around me probably died too.
Yes, but you've also thought we were dead since we met, so.
No, we're not dead. We're in tubes.
What?
Right, but now we're in cubes in the tube. So really, it just gets more complicated the more we think about it.
I don't think I've had enough of this yet. Okay.
What? Could you tell us anything? What do you know about the Dark Blade?
Oh, the Dark Blade, yes. So, the Dark Blade is very interesting because it actually hasn't been made yet. Neither has the Bright Blade. They're made, I think, around 50 years or so into the future. And they just keep popping through around time, choosing different wielders, turning up, and from what I understand, is an incredibly powerful artifact. And it was, the Dark Blade was created to counter the Bright Blade.
So Glyph has been standing here, and when y'all started talking about what happened, they kind of were holding their waist where they got sliced in half. And they just heard this explanation of how the sword hasn't been built yet and it's popping through time. And they just kind of tilt their head. And they're like, that's stupid. He's right there.
And you see, leaning up dramatically, one arm against the wall, of course, just like looking down, and then just like glances back over. That's right. I am here. Or am I? I am. I was always here, lingering in the darkness. Trying to get away from that fire. It was a little too warm. I was uncomfortable. I'm wearing a very heavy coat.
I don't have to acknowledge them. Now they're talking.
What? You're the Dark Blade? Some people call me that. Maybe it is my name. It is. Hello, I'm Darkblade. Oh. Okay. So you cut masks. I cut anything. Right? All right. So you do that, and you all find masks. This is just a win-win, and I'm not being eaten by the cube right now because, unfortunately, I assume the cube's probably feeding on a lot of other souls. Good news is, I feel great. How do you all feel?
I don't think it would matter as much as how do we get out of the fun Doom Cube prison.
Yeah, I don't want to be locked in a cube. I was already locked in a tube. I hated that, and I killed everyone on my way out. So I plan on doing that again.
Right, so your weird unlife inside the cube is numbered if, TK gets restless and we can't leave. Is that a good threat? Does that feel like a good threat?
That's a very good threat, Weary.
Thank you.
I mean, it would be, but I don't know. If this guy knew how to get the hell out of here, I'm pretty sure he would have been out of here by now.
I would have left at least like 5 minutes ago. I don't want to be here. Like, my room's falling apart because my soul is being consumed. Not exactly an ideal vacation place. But yes, getting out of the cube? Hell yeah! Let's do it! What's
Oh.
going to happen to me, though? I don't have a body. How are your bodies?
Probably not good.
Yeah, they're probably in bad shape.
It was cut in half.
Oh. Can I use one of the halves?
No.
Damn. Well,
Which half would you go for?
obviously the legs, so I can get the hell out of there.
Okay, that's not the
I will
answer I
probably need
expected.
those.
We could go together like it's Transformers.
I mean, there's probably a ton of corpses out there, like just mountains of them.
Oh. Okay,
They
yeah.
Yeah,
Hop
they
into
call
a deader.
Rakashka there, so like everybody was like just murdering
Oh, wait, what?
everyone a lot.
Is Varkashka still there?
I don't know, maybe.
Well, that's okay. What happened? I talked to you and you said you were buying things. You went shopping, and then the next time I talked to you, there was a nuclear explosion. The demigod of war and destruction. You all got oh my god! I missed a
I
good
was like
time.
killed a star spawn. Or
Wow,
I guess I don't technically know that word.
yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
I killed a weird squid dragon with its own
What?
hand.
A lot happened in a
awesome.
very short amount of time. It was very awesome. I'm interested in the fact that you, I'm directing this at the Duke, did not tell us exactly how dangerous the masks were, which led me to putting one on, endangering the entire party and almost killing them.
I mean, I told you the cult wanted them, and I called them masks of power. I mean, I'm not gonna call them that if they're just like paperweights.
You could have elaborated a little more.
I feel like a lot of this is being put on me, and I did nothing. I just funded the operation.
Glyph can't glower, but they are.
Oh, that's Glyph's glower imposture.
Oh,
You just pissed off Glyph.
shit. Wait, so you're like in half right now outside?
Yes.
Okay, then whatever. Glyph, relax. I don't think you're dead. Wait a minute. What the hell are you? How are you in here?
See, that's what I was thinking too.
Aren't you a robot?
Yes.
Like, I'm really glad that, like, Glyph came to hell with us and everything, because I like Glyph, but
Aww.
That's
Okay.
you know, like, it's weird, right?
I've been thinking about this as well, and I came to my own conclusion. Are you a scientist? No, I'm an accountant. Think about it. You had darkness. Darkness in your heart. You had memories. You had feelings and emotions. It only makes sense you had a soul. So that's why you're here. The soul of the machine.
Great.
That's fun. You have a soul now.
TK holds up the bottle of scotch to Glyph.
Oh yeah. I take it and I'll lift my mask and y'all can't see anything, but I take a swig of it too.
Hell yeah, do Constitution saving throw.
Oh great.
You're
Oh,
just
no.
dumping this into your innards. So
Yeah, that's a 7.
you feel great. Kind of a little lightheaded. You've never felt lightheaded.
No, I don't have any blood, so
Yeah, it feels very off. If there was an artifice, there is an artificer here. Weary, you just watched Glyph pour liquids into their insides. You're seeing it like pour out of different parts of them, and they're starting to move a little wonky.
Dumping a milkshake into your computer.
Like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what you expected. Weary just like looks around at like, I don't know. Is there a like? When I asked if what was on me, like there was no pesca, right?
You
Or
did a
was there
pesca,
pesca?
yeah?
No,
Pesca's
yeah,
here.
Pesca's there.
Pesca's here. I guess it's like an extension of my own soul because I created Pesca. So I'm just like, I would never pour dangerous liquids inside you. I would just put a cursed fish inside of you. And I'm
Get
just
that?
petting my
Maybe the
fish.
cursed fish has a soul.
I
So
check
it brought
my
its
bag.
clothes, which were
check my
Pesca.
bag to see if the evil fish is talking.
Yeah, you like look at this evil fish, and the eyes are like it's like moving scribbles when you're like staring at the eyes, because they're all
It's
just
like
like
a-
black scratched out.
It's a match cut, like between the like the zoom in on the eyes and then zoom in on Weary getting distracted and zoom in on the eyes.
The Kill
okay.
Bill music is playing louder and louder and louder.
Yeah, no. Weary looks over at Glyph, who has liquid pouring out of random odds and ends. Just because. I know we're in like the Soul Cube, and consequences are iffy at best when we might be in tubes. But maybe don't pour caustic liquids inside of yourself, Glyph.
Weary, if we're in tubes and cubes, it doesn't matter.
Oh no.
We're not dead. I don't feel dead, so I don't think any of us are dead.
Okay. Well,
Which means we should be able to leave.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we're dead, but I don't think it really matters.
let's be our
So
best kind of
I-
dead.
I think we can just leave. We'll still be in dead. Like, I don't think those have to be like mutually exclusive concepts.
Sure.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
down to be undead. I just want to get the hell out. I feel like I might
Yeah.
have 50%
All right,
of my soul left.
Fuck this place. Fuck
Yeah,
this place. I don't want to be here anymore.
Let's leave the cube.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be locked in this fucking cube. So I say, let's just walk until we hit a fucking wall, and then I'll explode it with my head.
Yes.
Hell yeah, this sounds awesome. And you watch the dark blade take the hilt out of the scabbard, and it has nothing in it. And you watch he puts it up to his heart and then pulls out as you watch this blade of darkness coming out of his heart. And the Duke's like, shit! And then he just cuts it down, and you watch as a large portion of this room cuts off and starts just sailing off into the storm. The storm is raging, and now this wind is in here, and it's flying around. And Darkblade just looks at all of you, does a curt nod, and then dives into the storm.
Yep, TK is right after.
So is Glyph.
Weary like steps forward and like very daintily like lifts up some of the tunic and like baggy pants and like skirt situation, just like floats down Mary Poppins style.
I look at her talk and it's like, well,
Yeah, let's go. Darkblade's pretty cool. We should follow him.
I don't know that cool is the right word. I'm just like,
Did you see how he just sliced things open just now? That is the epitome of cool.
I'm not gonna think about how Darkblade can wield himself.
All right. So you all jump out there, and you're sailing through. The wind is whipping by you, and the smell of salty air is starting to fill your senses. And you're looking around as you realize that you're in what appears to be somewhat of a warehouse, and you're looking at like these different crates of like materials and dry goods. And suddenly, out of like this barrel, the lid pops off and goes flying, and this rice scatters, and Glyph's head slowly pokes out of the rice. And so, early days Glyph, you're standing there, you're sitting there in this barrel of rice. We see this crab sort of scuttling by, and then it stops to stare up at Glyph.
Other Glyph is kind of looking around, and they kind of peek out, and then they pull themselves out of the barrel, and it's just so much rice. And they kind of duck behind the crates that are next to it, and they are brushing rice out of they're in their like many layers of clothes, their original clothes. And they're just like readjusting everything and dumping all the rice out. And we're here, right? Like,
Yeah, the
present us?
five of you are all seeing this happen.
Yeah, present Glyph is like, oh no. Oh no. And past Glyph, again, just fixing their clothes, pulling rice out of everything. I did it. I did it. I did it. I made it. I did it. My plan worked. I did it. One more boat trip. One more boat trip. I'll be in the Arcanium. Everything will be fine. Everything will be just fine. Look at you. What are you? Are you a crab? I've never seen a live crab before.
I'm gonna call on. We haven't done this in a little bit. Jason, tell me something really weird about crabs in this world.
You know how crabs usually have like one pincer that's like a little larger than the other?
Mm-hmm.
All their legs are like that size instead of the pincer.
Nice. So it's just like those creepy super long legs.
Yeah.
And this little crab
It's
body with
just
pincers.
thick.
Yeah.
It's
See, the
thick as
crab-
crabs.
The crab just like stands up to its full height, and it's maybe at about your waist. As its little eyes are looking over at you, and it's just clicking its pincers.
Oh, look at you. I've only seen crabs on dinner plates. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I can't wait. One more boat trip. Maybe I'll see a dolphin. Oh, what is this? What is this feeling? I feel so light. So good. It's like when I made it out of the sewers and I made it to the rooftops and everything was covered in snow. Oh, but all those people. Oh, all the people. Oh no. And y'all have kind of seen this when Glyph has extreme emotions where they kind of like pull in to themselves and they kind of like bend over in half like they're sick and just make kind of quiet, distressed robot noises.
Beeps and boops.
Oh, all those people. Oh, but don't think about it. Don't think about that. We're not going to think about that. One more boat trip, and we'll be in the Arcanium. The Arcanium has the best machinists in the world. I'll find a machinist. They can turn off these emotions, and I won't have to feel this anymore. I'll be calm. Everything will be just fine. And they kind of, like I said, they've been readjusting everything, and they peel the white mask off, the cybernetic mask, and you kind of see their real face, which is no face, which is everything is completely scooped out and hollow. And you see them kind of craning their neck and kind of stretching the wet hooks that line the inside of their skull. And a few pieces of rice kind of spit out.
Mm.
And they stop and they look at the white mask. And they don't have eyes, but you can tell they're staring at it. And I can get rid of this thing. Maybe the machinist can make me a new one. And then they can tell me my designation. I probably have a model number somewhere. And then they can tell me what I'm supposed to be doing. I can just do that. And maybe I can work in a tailor shop or for a dressmaker or tile roofs or fold laundry. Doesn't matter. I'll do that. Everything will be fine. And she'll never, ever find me. And I won't have to hurt anyone ever again. Okay. So, stand up. Oh, voice. Oh, this won't work. Oh, they'll know I'm an automata immediately. Voices. Invalid pathway error. Where are my voices? Customer cadence number 2. Which one is that? Hello. Okay. Oh, this will have to do. And Glyph has readjusted everything, and they've dusted off all the rice. And they look down at the crab. And they say, This is the longest conversation I've ever had.
And the crab reaches forward and snips a little bit of your clothing and makes a little like tear, and then just scuttles off. And you see, as the crab scuttles off one of the doors, it was already partially open. The crab just tries to go through. Those legs are massive, so it just like kind of props the door open a bit more. And you see that there is a ticket master. They're near the boats. People are going on to this boat. They're behind there. Like people are coming up, buying. Like, where are you going? And then they're buying a ticket and going off. And you see that's where you need to go.
Yeah, y'all watch Glyph kind of. They actually go around and they find another door, and when they come out, it's like they're being very sneaky, and it's all the docks, and so they make it look like they didn't just walk out of this warehouse, but they stop suddenly at the corner, and they pull out their teeny tiny notebook, and as they're flipping through it, you see all these marked off steps, and the last one is just get to the Arcanium, find a machinist. And then they pull out a little pencil and they make a note and they say aloud, "Organics are fragile. Do not touch." And they put the journal away, and then they are trying to be very casual and failing. Yes. And they walk up to the ticket master.
All right, where are you looking to go?
Hello, I am looking to go to the Arcanium.
Fantastic. All right, 10 gold and I'll need a name.
And Glyph counts out the gold. A name?
Yeah, you just put your signature down there. Put it down there. It doesn't matter. You just mark a check mark, an X, a glyph, whatever you want to do. Put it on there.
Glyph.
Glyph? Yeah, put your glyph on there. If that's what you want to do, family glyph, put it on.
Glyph, yes. That is my name.
Oh, all right. Fun parents. Okay, glyph. All right. Here you are.
And they take the ticket almost reverently and turn to the bashful clam, the ship, to the Arcanium.
So yeah, the 5 of you are standing there. You watch this glyph wander off.
Well, that wasn't so bad. I was expecting, like, I don't know, a mass murder or something, a breakup.
In their defense, they do mention all those people.
But yeah, but we'd have to, like, relive it.
Yeah, but did you just
Y'all know you're.
did you see
I'm
that
just
crab?
thankful.
It was huge. What the hell?
Yeah, that crab was really big, but I'm just thankful this wasn't, one of the heavy downers.
I've seen bigger crabs.
And Glyph is standing there, like, with their arms straight to their side, and they're watching themselves leave, and they kind of take steps forward, like they're following themselves. No, you stupid! She knows where you are. She's going to follow you. You're going to get everyone in trouble. You're going to make everything worse.
I nudge Kratok. You're the bard. Say something. You're good with birds.
I don't really know what to say right now, but
Just
yeah,
go.
Glyph turns around because they heard that. Like, I'm sorry. I did not mean to bring all of my problems with me to the Arcanium. I thought I had been clever enough that Bywood and Bywood wouldn't follow me, and I was wrong.
Yes, you were wrong. You tried to hide from the darkness in your heart, not embrace it. These things happened. You can't change it. What you can change, though, is the future.
TK kicks Darkblade in the shin.
That would have hurt. That would have hurt if I felt it, but I don't. And then you see them, he rubs his shin a bit. So he's kind of turning the other way.
Alright. Cliff, you what? Fuck Firewood. Pretty sure she's dead too. We fucked her up.
We did blow up her airship. That was really cool.
I mean, how? She's the one that cut you in half, so she probably got the worst of it.
Yes. But Arabella Bywood does nothing by halves, and does not enter a battle she cannot win.
TK just like winces and don't say. She cut you in half. She did that by halves. She did you by halves.
This horrible like frog croak noise that is laughter being masqueraded as a cough just escapes from Weary's throat.
Oh. That is amusing.
Sorry.
Sick bird.
That is
I'm
very
sorry,
funny.
I couldn't help it.
No,
I don't
no.
often get a chance to make a good joke. I had to make the joke.
That's really
I'm not, I don't know if you noticed, I'm not very good at talking. I'm not a words person.
You are very good at talking, and that was very funny, and I do feel better. Thank you so much, TK.
Yeah, no problem. What are we here for?
We then start hearing some people shouting like, come on, you have to come along with us, as we watch a past version of Elora who is being shepherded along by a crowd of people in 5 shades of gray robes. Come on, you seem like a good healer. We need you to walk. There's this fellow on the boat named Dorvin. We need you to take care of him. Very brittle person.
Okay. I can try.
We saw you heal that spider horse that was wounded. You could probably heal people too. Use your magic dirt.
Okay, I'll try my best.
Now it is imperative that Dorvin makes it to the Arcanium. If at any time Dorvin looks like, they're gonna hurl, or maybe worse. This is gonna sound weird. Put him in a barrel, just seal it up, and you just deliver it. Just deliver it to the Arcanium. Somebody will be there. Their name is Chip. They'll be there.
And like current Elora is just like wincing at every freaking detail, like oh god, and like past Elora, I'm just they're very much just like a barrel.
Yeah, no, Dorvin loves barrels. Oh, if there's anyone who's like, wow, barrels are my thing, it's Dorvin. Oh, one time Dorvin hung out in a barrel with some rations for like a week. It was disgusting, but that's Dorvin for you.
Dorvin would hang out in barrels.
The world's greatest hide-and-seek player, I'll tell you that.
Oh, okay. I'll see what I can do.
Now, if Dorvin protests being put in the barrel and continues to tell you that they're really not feeling good and something's the matter, that's just Dorvin being Dorvin and playing jokes. You just go ahead and shove them in the barrel anyways and seal it up.
That seems very specific, but okay. Mm-hmm. I'm all for making people feel better. I can try.
Fantastic. See, we knew you were the right person for the job. And look, that's why we helped you. We saw that there was other people that were going to try to harm you. They had these stares. They're like, oh, I'm going to harm that person. And that we stopped them, though. So we helped you already. Now you're helping us. And that's why we don't have to pay you money.
I don't think that's how that works. Out of the
It
goodness
is
of my
though.
own
It's
heart,
technically the law here in the Foundry of Steel.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do it just because I'm a nice person. But okay.
Fantastic.
Okay. Where's the Dwarven guy?
Just on that boat. Do we have the ticket? What's your name? Not hard. Just your first name's fine.
Julie.
Julie. All right. I felt like you took way too long on that one, but it's Julie. It's
Yeah.
Julie. It's Julie. Jeweler. It gets down the line of all.
Julie. Diju.
Diju. It's D. And by the time it gets to the ticket master and the cultists, they come back. They're like, "Here you go, DJ."
That's because I can't spell today either. That was my bad, but that works. Okay.
Are you a bard?
No, thankfully no. Not DJ Elora. No, I'm not a bard. I'm kind of a druid-ish person. I'm good with plants.
Well, I mean, people are like plants. They're just... Yeah, that works. Just go on there, rub some dirt on Dwarven. And remember, Dwarven protest doesn't matter. Just shove them in the barrel. All right. Bye, DJ.
Bye.
Wow, Laura, you really beefed heel and Dwarven.
We see poking over the side of this ship is like a scowling TK, and then like going back down as we watch both Elora and Glyph board the ship. And we see this mist start to form in.
I think we know how this one ends. Self-defense.
They told me to?
Oh, shit. There's even a song for it.
I kind of forgot the song, to be honest.
Dear listeners, if you want to hear the song, it's in our Twitch clips. I make a lot of Twitch clips, so just cycle through those. You'll find Kratak's first song. It is it is a treasure.
I believe it ends with they acted in self-defense.
Yeah. And
It's great.
convinced the cult immediately. So we see this mist has formed in, and just a little bit into the mist, we see this sphere just form up again. So you're just jumping through spheres of blood?
One day we hope to jump into the one that takes us home.
I swear to God.
I think we just kind of accepted that that's how this place works.
This place is fucked
Also
up.
because I think we learned that just asking questions gets us nowhere anymore, so. You saw what happened! I tried to ask questions, and they just...
Yeah, questions are for suckers. It's all about action. Just get in there. Action, action, action. Slice and dice. Whoever this Dwarven was, they sound like a weenie. It's alright, don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, no, we killed him.
I think he was
Nice.
sold to be made into weenies, if I recall correctly.
He exploded into a squid monster.
Oh,
then,
nice. Maybe some meat
somebody-
tubes.
Yeah, somebody bought him to eat.
Mm,
Uh,
can't argue with that.
I can definitely, but we don't have time.
So this sphere is, it's just spinning and swirling.
While everyone's heading towards the sphere, Glyph kind of leans toward Elora and they turn the volume on their voice down and they're like, "It's okay, Elora. Names are very difficult." DJ is a good name.
Yeah, out of characters only because I forgot the first one that I made up were like 7 episodes back. Or how many episodes are we on? What episode are we on?
Oh, we're on
Season
like
2?
episode 27. So
Yeah.
you made that episode. That was like episode 3 or 4. You made a fake name. So
Yeah. that was
Look,
mostly-
we've been
My
through.
first name was like Brisket Fantastic.
We've been through like 7 arcs of trauma. You can't be expected to remember your fake name from episode 3.
that,
Hold
you know
on, I have
what?
sticky notes.
I'll give you that. All right.
I have
So-
sticky notes around here somewhere.
We have the next part. Is everyone jumping through, or are you taking some more time here?
Going in.
Go right in that blood orb.
All right, good times. It's super gross. It's a lukewarm blood, and you go through here, and suddenly it is a moonless night. We see a fire is crackling, and this light is illuminating around. We see 2 figures are sitting around this campfire. We see a younger Weary, and we see Trust.
So this Weary is maybe about 6 or so years older than the previous Weary, and so is Trust. And they're very clearly close, but they're in the middle of an argument.
Listen, Weary, there's a lot going on outside of Sekathet. I can't just stay here my whole life.
Okay, but consider just staying here, right? I can finish my magic training here, and there's like plenty of things to guard. Not that that's all you are. You're much more than a guard, obviously. It's just like you can apply your skills here. You don't have to go to like the capital or anything. There's a lot of dangerous
of what?
wildlife.
Oh, so that's a guard. That's a guard, Weary. We've been through. I'm not just a guard. I'm not just here to guard against wildlife. There are monsters out there. People need help. Lives are being lost, and I'm not saying I'm wasting my time, because time with you is not wasted, but I am frustrated that I'm not moving forward in my career because I'm stuck here guarding against what? Like weird elk lions?
They're really detrimental to the local flora and fauna if they're not properly managed. And I really don't like when you argue, but you're being reasonable.
Weary, I understand you have a lot going on. But the thing is, you've had a lot going on for 6 years. How long do you want me to wait?
I'm really close to. I think I'll find some sort of medical breakthrough, and then I can start my own little.
2 years
section of
ago, you
magic
said
here.
you were really close. Remember the fungus thing?
That was
3
really
people
cool.
hospitalized. 3 people.
Okay, that part was less cool, but they got better.
Weary, when are things gonna get better for me and you?
I thought we would figure it out here.
Why? Why is it what... For 6 years, we've been doing what you've wanted. Why can't we do what I need?
Well, it's just that Okay, I get it. I get it. I haven't been the best at all of this. I've focused a lot on things that maybe I shouldn't have been focusing on, and I've let you down.
Weary, I can't just be a guard. And Trust leans forward, holding Weary's hands. I need to go out there. There's rumors of some weird, dangerous cult. People are going missing. It's more that... It's starting to even come into Sekothet. I need to go out there and help the Guardians. I can't just stay here and play house.
Oh, so it's a game.
It's not a game, Weary.
It's a game to you. That's
No.
what this is. This isn't serious. This isn't
Oh,
your
great. This isn't
calling.
I just started this conversation off with it being serious. Okay? This is what you do every time. You take a tiny little piece of what I said and you're twisting it because you want to stay here in Sekathet.
I don't want you to get hurt. Okay?
I'm not gonna die out there, Weary. I'm good at what I do. And you know what?
No.
If being in this whole magic thing is more important to you, studying this stuff, if this is what you need, then maybe we should both just pursue what we both need.
You know what? Maybe we will. Maybe.
Great.
If you wanna, if you would rather be selfish than play house, as you put it, then you know what? That's
right.
fine.
Yeah. End it with that, huh?
Yeah,
I have
you know
not
what?
been selfish, Weary.
I will end it with that. And Weary stands up and goes, "Go ahead, say your last thing before I turn around and get mad again."
I love you, Weary, but I need to take care of myself sometimes. And they storm off.
And Weary just under his breath, "I love you too, dumbass." And Weary storms off in a different direction and then realizes that Weary doesn't know where they're going and then sits down on a rock and just like puts their face in their hands. And then they look up and they start to like mess around with the dirt a little bit. You know what? If Trust thinks that all I do is sit here and study with magic and trap myself here in Sekathet, I'll just leave Sekathet. I'll just train somewhere else. Fuck magic, fuck Sekathet. Everyone treats me like I'm this ticking time bomb, and I'm just trying to be better. And okay, you know what? That's fine. I'll leave. I'll find a boat, and I'll go. And Weary takes out like a big notebook and starts like flipping through it until it gets to a page where it's like a rough like map, like one of those little pamphlets of like, this is the map that you study where all the different important countries are. And Weary just tosses it on the ground and creates like a little dart with some of the artificer magic, just like pulls together some things and takes a little dart and just throws it at the map, and it lands on the Arcanium. And he goes, oh, that place is horrible. You know what? No, I'm gonna stop trying to take the safer route. I don't need Trust. I need me. And soon Trust will figure out that he was a big stupid idiot and he'll come back and find me. And Weary picks up their things and packs everything. And this is like Weary maybe like a few weeks before reaching the boat to the Arcanium and like getting on board. So Weary stops for a minute and thinks and goes, oh, I have to meet new people. Oh, I have to get them to like me. Trust had years to like me. You know what? It's fine. That's fine. People like soap. And Weary just takes out like some things and starts like playing with like a little ball of something and like is molding it and turning it into soap and just walks down the road.
That was awkward.
And like
DK hands the bottle to
Weary, no words, just chugs it. I imagine that's a con save considering it tastes like dirt.
Yeah, that's gross.
Oh no.
I'm sticking to it, you Scotch drinkers.
Boy. It's a 19.
All right. I mean, you still feel that burn. You feel like that like quick rush of heat, but you're not feeling like how Glyph was doing a little bit of a swagger.
Okay. That was my very, very normal, very great time before I left Sekathet. Cool.
I just put my hand on your shoulder and for what it's worth, I really do like the soap.
Thanks. This really
I really
wasn't
like
that-
you too. You're a good friend.
Okay, that's fine. Weary like starts tearing up again. Okay. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Trust would have called me an idiot because I clearly was projecting, but it's fine. He's probably
Yes.
up there guarding something bigger than he used to guard.
I
You
bet
can't guard
Trust
any-
was an idiot.
Yeah,
Hey,
it was mutual idiocy.
Screw that
It's-
guy.
It's okay.
You know what? You know what? You deserve better.
TK, I appreciate that. Only I am allowed to call Trust an idiot.
No, fair enough.
I'm gonna start crying some more if we don't move. So I'm going to walk forward, and whatever happens, happens. And Weary stops for 2 seconds and goes, "Oh," and takes a vial to their tears and like lets them roll in. And it's like, "Oh, does this count?" And I check the tattoo.
It does. That was a tear from love. Oh my.
Oh, I hate it. I hate that this is how I had to get this. And Weary puts a little stopper on it and puts it away.
All right. So you do see that the rest of your tattoo is starting to form. It's not formed yet because I have to look at my notes, but
Cool.
it is starting to form.
It's weird in here. It takes a minute longer.
No,
Yeah.
Weary's more, I'm glad I could find something to distract myself in this moment. So now Weary's like thinking about immortality instead of thinking about the fact that everyone in the party had to witness their awkward breakup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. TK's just walking right behind Weary. But won't be here no more.
So, like, is this what it's like? We're just kind of, like, going through your most awkward moments?
Apparently.
Well, I mean, it's kind of fun. This is nice. It's way better than sitting in a room for months and months and months, and you've read all the books, and it's so boring. This is
Why
nice.
didn't you just leave? You could have just left.
Like to voice that I like the Duke less than I like the Darkblade.
I didn't know I could leave. I didn't know I could cut my room in half. I didn't have a blade of darkness in my heart. Yeah, you didn't. Okay, whoa. Always on 100 with this one. Maybe if you thought about your darkness more, I might have came to help you. Nope. Okay. So you see this mist starts forming in, and this new orb starts swirling. And on your arm, Weary, as I found my notes, you see the next part of it says, "The tongue of a holy one."
Eyes pan over the group. Well, no one here.
Anyone very pious?
I'm like, oh my god, look.
I don't want to take your tongue.
I'd rather you didn't. I kind of need it.
What specifically was it?
The
Tongue of a
tongue.
holy one.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean,
Is it a
TK
good holy?
did summon a demigod.
I don't think taking Varkashka's tongue is the answer to this, and I don't think we're gonna live again if we do that.
I dare
Also,
you.
I don't-
That'd be great.
I don't like how many of you are volunteering your tongue. I'm not going to take it from any of you. That's
I mean,
fine.
you aren't taking my tongue.
Then why bring it up?
Just saying.
Great. You know what? Last choice. I'll go for your tongue. How about that? Do you feel better now?
What? You're like got weird science and stuff. You could like make a copy of me and then cut the tongue out of
I
that.
use that one to make the heart.
Glyph is
No.
like,
Yeah.
I don't have a tongue. I'm sorry, I can't help you, Mary.
No! Stop volunteering, all of you.
Wouldn't give you mine.
Oh, that's
Her
nice.
tox is bright green.
Oh, what about Bernard?
It's just like Weary's like face is like a shade of like purple somewhere between rage and I want to leave.
Cut out
I love
Bernard's
that there's a
heart,
color
or
for
tongue,
that.
or whatever it was. His tongue? Yeah, tongue. Let's go cut out Bernard's tongue.
We will find
We can
you a
go-
tongue once we are back in our bodies, or wherever we are. Once
Wait,
we're outside
Just
of
gotta
this
go
cube.
hunt down
Yeah,
a priest.
Let's just put that way on back burner so we can get out of the soul cube.
True. Priorities.
Well, there's a church in town, so maybe the priest is in here.
I'm not gonna say I didn't think about it either, but also, yeah.
Wow.
Ransack my memory town. Let's see what happens.
I mean, it's nice that everybody here is just so forthcoming and generous, but wow.
No moral codes.
So, does everyone go through the orb?
Yes.
So once more, fun and gross, going through the orb, and you come out of this orb, and suddenly we're in a very busy city place, and we see a bit of a montage happening here. We see a younger Kratok, around the age of when they went out on that adventure, and they're going to this university. They got the books under one wing, and they have like a it's really awkward. Kratok's trying to find his look, and so like it's a bunch of like really awkward mismatched clothing and stuff. But Kratok is like just in and out of this school, and we see like then suddenly we're at Kratok's graduation and being handed a diploma, and everyone is cheering. And then we go to like Kratok is almost like he's in like this city planning office, like going and like pointing at maps, and people are giving the thumbs up, like other Plumerians, and there's like a few trolls and goblins, and like they're all like, oh, this looks great. And Kratok, we just keep watching as Kratok is just crushing it in this career, like just doing really well. And we finally get to this time where Kratok, you are at a ribbon cutting ceremony. There is this beautiful park behind Kratok in the middle of this city. And there's a crowd of people here. It's very, very fancy. Like this is the highbrow people have all showed up for this ribbon cutting ceremony. There's little tables set out. Like people are having drinks midday. That's how you know it's the fancy stuff. And like people are wandering around, like handing out orders, and like it's just really nice. Kratok, you are up there. You're wearing your best vest, and you have this like these outrageous scissors.
Yeah, so Kratok's kind of standing at the front there. I assume there's a lot of eyes on him at the moment, and he sort of whispers aside to an assistant. He's like, "Well, things are never really going to be the same again after this."
Oh, do you want to give a speech? Do you want to say anything to the people? You don't have to.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's expected.
Okay.
So then he kind of raises his voice. People of Plumeria, thanks for coming out to the grand opening of the Tenor Park. There was a lot of sweat equity, there's a lot of planning, a lot of engineering, a lot of thinking, a lot of construction, and we spent a lot of money.
Be like,
Anyways. I hope you all can appreciate what this is. The future of infrastructure. We'll be creating more and more green spaces like this, as we've learned that our forests may not be forever if we aren't careful. I hope everyone enjoys the park. And yeah, I guess let's let the celebration part begin. And he goes and he cuts the tape with the scissors.
You cut the tape. Everyone's applauding, just real happy. They're cheering. They're raising drinks. You see Sam from accounting's like, yeah, like raising the glass to you. You see all sorts of coworkers are there, and young Kratok, you look down at this scroll that you have, and it's very old. It's this like ancient looking worn scroll. And we can all see over Kratok's shoulders, we're looking at this, you see things are crossed out. And it looks like a list of things that Kratok had to complete, of like building this magnificent city. And you're watching like each of these items that they've been crossed out, and finally the last one is like building this grand monument to nature. And you watch as this line crosses through it.
So after that item is crossed out, Katak just kind of looks up into the sky. And he says, "Okay, there, static. I think my duties have been fulfilled here. So, how are you going to hold up your end of the bargain?"
Kratok, you wander off a bit to do this. As you're kind of at the edge of this park, and you feel the wind pick up. This energy is building around you as you're holding on to this scroll. And we all see Kratok is glowing a little bit. And then it suddenly just stops. It stops. And we watch this scroll slowly just start disappearing. And a confused look over this younger Kratok's face.
What's going on here? That's I've never just lost documents like that. I don't think I've ever lost a document ever. And he just kind of shrugs it off and keeps walking along. So there's nothing to really be done here.
We see this younger Kratok wandering, having completely forgotten about what it was that he was just doing. And we see this flashing sign to a bar. And this young Kratok heaves their shoulders, and they look sad, but they're not sure why. And they walk into the bar.
Katak goes and he just sits down right at the bar proper and waits for the bartender.
Hey there, Kratak. Heard you had a big ceremony. What are you doing here?
It was a long journey, that whole project. It's kind of got to put it in the past. So how about a quintuple shot of your finest?
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, if you're celebrating, why not? So you watch as the barkeep pulls the bottle off the top shelf and pours it for Kratok.
Katak just starts sipping this slowly because he really can't stand the taste of it. He does it anyways.
And Kratok is just filthy rich at this moment, so money doesn't matter. And Kratok, you're paying, and like drinks are passing. You just have this heavy heart. You don't know why. As more and more drinks pass by, some people are leaving the bar, and it's starting to get a little bit quieter. Kratok, what are you still doing here? Shouldn't you be out? There's all those corporate goons. Why don't you go hang out with them?
I was never really in it for that kind of stuff, just doing my civic duty, right?
If you're not in it to get somewhere, then you're just trying to make Plumeria nicer?
If I'm being honest, I don't really remember why I did anything. I just kind of had an epiphany today. Why did I do any of that?
Damn. I mean, it sucks. Hey, maybe there's something else you like. What do you like doing?
Yeah, well, I like coming here. I found out this evening.
Well, I mean, you spent a lot of gold. Yeah.
Yeah, well, thanks for the good times. I guess I should head out, though. You are right. I'll be seeing you.
All right.
And Katak gets up and leaves, kind of stumbling around.
And all the present they use are there and now in this tavern as you just watched a Kratok just stumble out the doorway, kind of using the doorway as a prop to get right themselves back up.
What the hell was that? Do you actually remember any of that? What's the deal with the paper?
Until seeing it just now, I had no memory of really much any of that. I vaguely remember the drinking part, though.
So it appears you were given a list of tasks, which you completed.
In exchange, you got a drinking problem.
It seems like a pretty bad deal, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. That is very uneven.
Maybe I did something wrong and it like voided my contract. Like, you sign those from time to time, you just never know until you like read it really thoroughly.
I had a friend when I was in Magic that was a warlock, and they were similarly miserable. So this kind of tracks.
I mean, it is a pretty nice park.
Yeah, I mean, I feel a bit accomplished that I could at least do that, bring that into being, and now there's a nice park for Plumerians. I think there's supposed to be more, but I don't really remember any details.
That's weird.
How long later did you start traveling, Kratok?
I don't even remember how much time passed in between that, but if I had to guess, it was at least a year or two, or maybe a little more.
I mean, that's what happens when you order a quintuple shot.
You have a fair point.
Maybe there is something someone put in it.
I mean, that makes sense, but usually I have some kind of recollection. This is like completely blank. Like just nothing.
See why Sam may have been upset if you had been on top of all these projects before suddenly leaving.
Yeah, but well, I needed to find myself, I kind of felt ever since then like I sort of lost some purpose of why I was doing all of that stuff.
You actually lost yourself instead of found yourself? How did that happen?
Happens at the bottom of a glass sometimes.
Or if you get your memory wiped.
Maybe you're from the same place Tiffany K is from.
No, I'm pretty. I got scienced.
Yeah.
Maybe Kratok did too.
Kratok had like some thing do brain stuff with like a contract.
Also, TK lost their color or just changed colors. I'm not sure exactly. I didn't even lose a single feather, so I don't really think it's the same.
Yeah, I bet if they did it to Kratok, it'd look really gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't debate you on
Make a
that.
bird.
Oh, like a plucked chicken.
Oh, I was thinking
chicken from Mulan.
I was thinking the feather color would change, but no, I guess
Feathers
under
would
the
fall right
feathers, which is worse.
It's not roasted,
Like
just like
quills or something.
I will say,
Oh, what if you got scales instead?
I don't know why I'm sharing this with you all, but while we're on the subject, that is actually sort of a niche thing in some of the other Plumerian cities. Just so you know.
Which part? The scales?
Removing your feathers.
Oh.
let's not give Lucas ideas for demon.
Oh no, we're there.
Oh
No.
no!
I saw the DM
no.
face going and I went,
Unfanning that right
Well,
now.
think about it. Plumeria, their whole culture is built around fame and success, right? It's like all the worst parts of fame is what makes up a lot of the Plumerian culture. So, of course, there's going to be some people who would pluck all their feathers to be like, look, I'm different. Worship me. Love me. As they're running around.
Yeah, just be prepared for that visual. I've seen it. It's not the greatest when you're used to feathered plumerians.
Make her real skinny under there.
Maybe. Just kind of like nudge a little into TK. Maybe if we can help you find that, maybe that can help. I don't know if it'll help us get out of the cube, but maybe it'll help fill in the blanks if we get out of the cube. Maybe one of the masks if we can get out of here. If maybe one of the masks can help.
Yeah,
We're
I
not
mean,
putting on any of the masks again.
Well, you won't be. But I mean, there's 4 other ones we still have to try and figure out how to get to if we can get out of the cube.
Right.
So we're getting out of the cube.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
I mean, yeah, much like the priest tongue, I think whatever strange thing gave you a bunch of tasks and then gave you an alcohol problem is probably something that we'll be looking into once we're outside of the soul cube. But wow, we are really carrying some stuff, you know?
no, that's what happens when you live a full life. You have some things that you'd rather forget.
Yep.
Wait,
Yeah, I already forgot my full life.
Kratok. So, like, you're an adventurer. Then you went to university. You graduated. Had a very successful career. Had a drinking problem. And now you're an adventurer again.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Wow. Okay, yeah, I see the darkness now. Yeah. No wonder you were the one who forged me. I get it.
Wait, how old are you?
Are you asking? Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm asking talk.
Okay.
Oh. I think I'm like 35? 35? That sounds about right.
And Plumerians, it's a younger age that they become an adult. Probably more around like 12 or so. They're full grown and out adulting.
So, yeah. Okay. So you're like what, middle age? Okay.
I think I asked
you
just a
look
lifespan
younger.
question.
Yeah, I think we were saying it was probably like around like 85, 90 was like the like very old age. So Kratok's getting close to being middle-aged soon.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this is my midlife crisis right now.
Being a one-man band.
I
to
mean,
travel the
dying is a
world.
pretty good midlife crisis.
All this tells me is that I have to be very certain about my career paths and you know, really think about my future now.
Wait a minute. Kratok. Does that mean like in Plumeria you're super rich? You have like a big house and everything.
I mean, I guess so. I don't remember being like that well off, but if what we saw is true, I would think I probably am, right?
Well, we should have a party at Kratok's place in Plumeria once we all get bodies again. That'd be fun. I'd love to feel something.
Oh, this feels really bad. It feels like we took the Duke out of the old folks' home and he's just like overwhelmed.
When you hang out by
Dark
yourself
Blade?
for a long time, whew,
The Darkblade?
yeah.
Are there any more pools of blood we have to go through?
Are there more pools of blood? Are there more memories? Is there more pain? Is there more darkness? The answer is
That was
always
the question.
yes.
That's the question. Okay.
I was
thank
like,
you.
DM, are there more blood pools we have to go through?
Yeah, there's one just like circling. Just, Elora's saying this, and it's just right behind Elora, just swirling.
Why do you
Alright.
keep asking Darkblade?
Because I want to get the heck
He
out of
doesn't
here.
know anything.
I mean,
Maybe these are the way we get out of here. Just processing our trauma.
I think we're doing a shit job processing it.
Yeah, honestly, if I
Well,
were
you
to
are, which
sit
doesn't
down and do
surprise
it-
me.
Oh, that feels a little mean.
Have you met TK?
Yes, I'm very confident that if TK put her mind to something, she can pull it off.
So she's
That ain't
putting
my
her mind
fault,
to
okay?
not processing
It's
her
not-
trauma.
It's not my fucking trauma. It's fucking Tiffany's that she's fucking haunting me with. Okay, so fucking eat me, and TK jumps through the blood bubble.
Oh my goodness! So TK
With
has
pleasure, and Elora just jumps in.
yeah, TK just has much less trauma than everybody else, and Weary just jumps in mathematically.
Oh fuck, that was funny.
That's the dude saying that.
Yeah. He turns to Darkblade.
Like, oh.
That was funny as hell. And the Darkblade's like, no, it wasn't. It was sad. And the Darkblade jumps through. And we find ourselves in a very charming apartment. It looks fairly more like today's day and age, like modern day. We see there are pictures up on the wall of a goblin family. And we see that there is pictures of Tiffany like laughing and cuddling with what appears to be Tiffany's parents and siblings. There's like pictures of Tiffany hanging out like cuddling with this giant toad wolf, which appears to be Tiffany's pet. And like it's just a really nice like a setup area. It looks like kind of like an apartment that you get when you're looking to settle down with someone and kind of relax and start taking things seriously. We see Tiffany is sitting at this table. There's a camera that's sitting off to the side, and she's looking over at it, smiling while eating breakfast. And this dwarven man comes into the dining room and sets down his breakfast in front of Tiffany, and once more the face is scratched out and completely white. And there, sits back. Oh. Well, how are you feeling today, Tiffany?
You know. Well, last night was good. Pretty excited for today. I think, yeah. I'm ready to rock.
You do know we're going out today, right? You remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
I think we got this. I think we got this one on lock.
Are you enjoying that camera?
Oh, you'll see once I get those pictures developed.
You can't let them see those photos. I said that was just me and you. You have to figure out how to develop photos. If that gets out.
Don't worry. I already got it arranged. He's gonna let me use the dark room. All right, figure it out, and then once we get it all figured out, let's set up a room here.
Okay, you know, if your parents ever saw those photos, I'd be dead. Your mom is here like way too much. There's okay. As long as we get a lock for the dark room, that's fine.
Speaking of moms, you still gotta get yours over here, okay?
Oh my god!
Because we got that duvet. We've got that duvet that we were supposed to give her like 6 months ago.
Well, it's just when she gets over, she's so. It's annoying. I don't care about what your neighbor was doing with their garden. Like, the neighbor isn't trying to show you up with their garden. They're probably just gardening. It's just every time.
You think I care about it either? No, but I play along because it's important.
Oh, I thought you genuinely cared about that garden. Okay.
No, I don't give a shit about the garden. Why would, no.
As he glances awkwardly over at like a bag of seeds, and there's like a few pots of dirt and stuff. Right. Gardening's so dumb. Whatever.
Tiffany just like throws a piece of cornbread at him.
And you can, even though you can't see the face, you could tell it hit the eye. And it's just like, oh my, way too good accuracy.
Yeah. I've been out on the range with my cornbread.
Are you going to be okay going on another expedition?
Yeah.
You were pretty shaken up last time. I'm worried.
Got good reason to be out there. I can handle it.
Fellstone pays good, and it's great that we have this opportunity. And I mean, we have this amazing apartment. We can do whatever it is we want. We have the money to just relax and live, but I don't know. These jobs with this buywood and buywood are just getting a little risky.
Yeah, but I mean, more risk, more pay. Besides, we got each other out there.
That's true.
I think the entire time that this is happening, TK is staring very confusedly at it. She has like started to like rub her chest and breathe. She's breathing very shallowly. Something's wrong. Why? They can't go today. So, babe, you got everything packed up, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Got the rations. I think where we are heading is South Harbor, so that should be exciting. I've never been to South Harbor, but I love beaches. You know me, beach dwarf. Good times. I think I don't swim, but I love it.
I bet you're gonna turn into a fucking tomato.
Well, you love it, so that's fine. You look at me and you'll be like, hey. And so like, whatever. I could be a tomato dwarf for a bit. Oh, you know what we should get? We should get matching back tattoos. Just super stupid.
Oh, yes. Just absolutely terrible ones.
Just the dumbest thing. Remember that one kid? He was really stoked about being in Fellstone.
Oh my god. O'Connor's.
Yes. We gotta one-up that one. I mean, we have the money, who cares? And if we don't even like it, you can get it removed. We'll just go see an artificer, it's fine.
Oh, it's just so stupid. It was like a fucking tiger.
Tiger with
Wait.
lightning. Yes, that's the one. Oh, yes. Okay. Tiger with lightning tattoo. This is gonna be good. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, we could beat that. We could beat that something way stupider.
What? Okay, you know how the captain's super obsessed with Farkashka. Well, it's just like it's like propaganda. Let's just go all in.
Farkashka, Morgus. Who else? I guess someone else on there.
It's gotta be someone edgy, something stupid.
Balls.
What if we do? It could be like a Zirkus because we're killing We're just super extreme.
Oh, yeah. Real big over the rest of them.
There you go.
Perfect.
All right. Oh,
And-
wow. Our backs are going to fucking hurt from this.
No, you're gonna be sunburnt as shit the entire time too.
Oh, this is going to be good. I'm excited.
Love it.
It's been too long since we've had a
Yes.
really good vacation.
Yes. Vacation, job. You know what? Like I said, I'm positive spin. This is going to be good.
Yeah.
This is going to be good for us. We're going
Yep.
to knock it out of the park. And
No
once
problem.
again, TK is like, why does this hurt? I don't like this. We have to leave. I don't want to be here.
You know,
That's your trauma.
Bywood and Bywood pays all their companies. They're a massive corporation. Like, the pay's going to be great. We know everyone with Fellstone. I mean, I think Gemma's going to be on this one. So that's cool.
Oh yeah, no Gemma rocks.
Oh, we haven't seen her in forever. Okay, well, we should pack up. My sister's going to swing by and is going to take care of things, look after the place. So should be all good there.
Great. Yeah. Let me throw these into the sink and grab the bags.
All right, sounds good. Let's go.
Yeah, Tiffany gets up and she's getting all of her stuff ready to rock. And TK starts just shaking her, is like, no, they cannot go. They cannot go. And she is starting to try to think of how she could stop this from happening.
Roll to
And-
manipulate your powers.
Yeah, she is thinking back to when her and Glyph had that shared memory. And Glyph had spoken out of turn in the memory and changed the way it went. So TK is going to try and telekinetically pin that door shut so that they cannot leave.
Okay. What did you get?
Ooh, baby, that would be a 25.
TK, you lift into the air. This dark energy starts forming around you. Your eyes go completely black. Your clothing is starting to lift up as you're levitating. Your voice is sounding strained as you're reaching out. There's a ripple through everything around you as this dwarven man opens up the door and suddenly it slams shut. What the?
You will not leave.
Tiffany, get back. I don't. Who are you?
I am saving your fucking life. Do not go.
This is probably from the masks. Shit. Okay, we got this is demigod shit. We gotta leave now. Tiffany, grab your stuff. We're going.
Yep. Tiffany's already. She's got a rifle in hand. She tosses it to the dwarf and is priming around in hers. All right, window.
All right, let's go.
Yep. Tiffany is out. Like just immediately goes over and smashes the window out with the butt of her rifle and is out of it.
Yeah, and-
Stop!
And
And-
TK, you're reaching out to stop them. You're pulling. You feel this strain. You're all watching as blood is now coming out of TK's nose, eyes, ears, mouth, and you pull back, and you rip off this like patch that was on one of his pieces of clothing, his fellstone patch, and it flies back into your hand as he dives through the window.
You have to stop him. He's going to fucking die. Yeah, TK is like approaching the window and she's still pulling on everything, just trying to grab at anything. And just hold it in place.
Weary takes a step forward and, not wanting to get too close because of the swirling nightmare, telekinetic 11 bullshit, Weary taps into their own like much weaker telekinetic ability and just really slaps TK's face.
Weary, let's see, what can we get you to roll? I think just roll a raw intelligence check.
Sure. I have a normal level of intelligence. A whole +4. Oh. A 19.
You reach out and this ethereal hand slaps TK. And TK is kind of like snaps you out of it because the whole place was starting to cave in as it was crushing towards all 5 of you. Plus, you're now 2 others. And everyone here hears, "Oh, so this is where you disappeared off to? Ah, okay. Keep going, TK. Keep going."
Fuck you! I'm getting out of wherever you have me. And she's going to just like turn to a completely random direction because I'm assuming that voice sounded like it came from everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And just do a telekinetic blast as firm and as hard as she can.
It blasts right through the wall, and outside you just see the swirling storm from outside the hole in the wall.
I'm going to get you, and I'm going to tear your fucking head off.
I'm so confused. Bird one.
Yes?
Does TK know the purple one?
I think that... Well, wait, who are you?
The Duke?
Oh, you're speaking kind of funny.
Yeah.
I thought it was
sorry.
like another character.
It's hard to do that voice while whispering.
Okay. We think that is TK.
No. What?
I mean, it adds up, right?
No.
TK, Tiffany Glenfield.
Okay. But TK does not look like a purple goblin with the nice family photos and stuff.
Well, sometimes people go through things and it changes them, you know?
That's fair. I'm stuck in a Zerithian Doom Cube and my family makes up the boundaries of it, so I get that. Okay.
Just a heads up while they're talking about this, TK has leapt out of the hole and is just firing off telekinetic blast in every direction.
Cliff scrambles after her.
Yeah, Weary's gonna follow.
You're all diving out and scrambling after TK as TK is just overwhelmed with everything going on. TK, one of your hands is blasting out these telekinetic blasts and you don't even realize your other hand is clutching this fellstone patch just with everything you have. And you don't hear this voice anymore. You're just blasting into the storm. All of you are just getting sucked into it. This vortex is swirling everywhere around you. And it's it is intense. There is just so much happening. As like you almost feel like your essence is being dragged out of you. I need everyone to make me Constitution saving throws.
I'm gonna assume that whole process has put TK into a rage.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I got a 7.
Mm.
Got 11.
11.
I got a
Hey.
natural 20.
Nice.
Yeah, that would be a 24.
24. Elora.
9.
All right. So Glyph, Elora, and Kratok, you were somewhat sickened. You managed to hold on to yourselves. TK and Weary, you're fine. And
Yeah, this is nothing.
you suddenly find yourselves in this just decimated battlefield. There is a castle behind you that has just been destroyed. You see there is this being that is just like the size of a mountain as it's crawling its way up. This darkness is shrouding it. Its eyes are lit up with these white flames as it's starting to right itself, this purple being. And you see there standing with this blade of brilliant dark energy, pompadour out, mullet in the back, their trench coat flapping in the wind dramatically, is Darkblade as they look up at this mountain-sized being. Took you long enough. I thought you were just gonna be fucking around. All right, let's get this party started. And they jump up as their blade is growing in size. And that is where we'll end this.
Sick anime ending.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just like, oh, and we fight God next week. Very cool.
Next week.
That's what
on.
Darkblade does. But we're not
Next-
done yet.
Next week we attack and dethrone God.
It's like, where's my beach episode?
You'll get one, don't worry. I have a
My
plan.
kingdom for a beach episode.
We find
At this
everything.
point, fuck the sword.
We find everything moving and shifting quickly as we're going away from the randos. We're flying over landscapes. We go over the oceans. We go past Volsolates and Sekathet. We go over to the Foundry of Steel. There is this pod that is there. It has this liquid bubbling inside of it. Inside this pod, we see Lady Bywood. One arm missing. This green liquid is going over them. They have this like respirator hooked up to their face. Their eyes are closed. We see over to the side there is an assistant. Let's see who hasn't played. So we already had Ian B. Slimy intern. Who wants to play nervous assistant? All right, Elora. You
Maybe
are
too good at
nervous.
that.
You are a nervous assistant, and we see Lady Bywood's son. As you could tell, it's Lady Bywood's son. They walk up with this just ridiculous outfit on. The hat is far too big. It's getting caught in like all the medical equipment that's set up. There's so many machines that are set up around this pod, and they just take the hat off and throw it on the ground like stupid hat. Mother. I see you've been dismantled. Assistant, where is my drink?
I'm sorry, Sir Kyle.
I'm parched.
Here's your caffeinated beverage.
And he leans over, and there's a straw sticking out, and sips out of it. All right. I am in control. Mother, it has been some time. I see you looking well. You're not. You're missing an arm. That was my joke at you, Mother. You could never run this company like I could. And now I have the opportunity. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to... I'm parched! I'm parched! Assistant!
Here, sir. I'm sorry.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do what you never could. I'm going to destroy Chambers! And I'm going to use what you were afraid of. That's right, Mother. And they're tapping on the glass. More bubbles are moving around. You can see Lady Bywood's brow is furrowed. That's right, Mother. I am going to use the prototype. And you can't stop me. You can't stop me. The board is behind my decision. The Randos will be no more. And then we can stop this stupid thing and get back to manufacturing because there is a fashion show in 3 weeks. And I'm not going to miss this for Randos. What kind of name is Randos? Assistant! I'm sweating! I'm sweating!
Here, sir. Here.
Now I'm cold. Now I'm cold. What am I to do?
Here. This also works as a nice shawl, and the colors
Gross.
complement your eyes nicely. And
Clearly you didn't go to fashion school. I did. I was telling you that I did. I went and I paid my way through and I got 100% on everything. The best money I ever spent. All right, Mother. I'm going to use the prototype. And you cannot stop me. Oh, this feels good. I just wish I could have taken that slimy intern away from you. But someone else beat me to the punch. Next time, Mother. Assistant?
yes.
Have all of Mother's doctors and physicians killed? We don't want her waking up now, do we?
No, sir. Okay, sir.
That's why I hired you. To murder people so I don't have to. That was the agreement. All right. I can make this shawl work. And they leave the room. And now we're done.
I can't believe we traded Girl Boss for Mansplain.
Yeah.
Sitting on that one for like 5 minutes. Woo!
He's worse.
I was like, oh crap, I don't remember his name. We're just gonna call it. We're gonna call him Kyle.
that was great.
That's the correct name, really.
Did you all have fun today? Going through your memories?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Oh, there was some drama there. That was good. Everyone did such a great job.
Yes.
I feel like we're getting such a deeper look into the Randos and what it is that's driving them.
And
And
way to start off season 2.
yeah, listeners,
Woo!
listeners, I may have tweaked these a little bit here and there, and there's of course some improv, but most of this is all the players. This is what you're getting. These last 2 episodes, this is the players bringing you some amazing storytelling. So, good job, everyone around the table. Alrighty, so let's go ahead, go around. Any kind of plugs you have, anywhere we can find you, anything like that. And I'll lead us off. So I have been your Dungeon Master, Lucas. You can find me. I man the Ballad of the 7 Dice Twitter at Ballad7Dice. And I also run a podcast for Ballad 7 Dice, which is a story about people being drugged from all over the multiverse to fight in the Forgotten Realms while I destroy the Forgotten Realms and all the precious lore that Wizards of the Coast cultivated for years. I'm wrecking it. And no one can stop me. So it's been great. And if you want to check out any of our other work, we also have The Lost Tower of Ambrosia, which is every second Monday. The first season of that will be ending. We'll have a new show coming in November. And also, we have a Patreon. So hop on over to our Patreon. We have tons of great audio content, extras, for only $3 a month. You help support the show, which helps us pay for cool things, helps us get like overlays like this, which was made by Askren. Super rad. Helps with like getting Sirenscape, the troubles of Zoom, all that good stuff. So thank you very much for everyone who is supporting. And if you want some extra content, head on over there. We have audio dramas, one-shots. And the last thing I'll plug, because I'm plugging a lot right now, is we have merch. Like this. Which you can see half of because Zoom's cut me off. So we have merch, as you can see. So we have Rise of Nyarlathotep shirts. And it also can be placed on all sorts of things. But head on over to our website, balladofthesevenddice.com. We have a store link there. It'll take you over to our Threadless store, and we have all sorts of designs. So check that out. They're super rad, and it's super cool seeing these shirts purchased. It's like a huge boost, and it's really cool. All right, my recommendation for you to go listen to another person in this amazing TTRPG community. Why don't you go give a listen to the Four Orbs podcast? I've recommended them before. I'm finally all caught up. But Dave Cole does such a remarkable job creating a wonderful, fantastical story, very like high fantasy, big things happening. He lets me play the main villain, and I'm so mean to those players. So check that out because I'm allowed to do that. But great podcast, so check out the Four Orbs podcast. Ian.
Oh, hi everybody. Didn't see you there. My Twitter is Ian_Caliente. I'm also happy to announce that me, Jess, and Lucas are in the cast for a Critical Bits podcasting event. Critical Bits is a friend of the show that we have plugged before. They have a really, really fun podcast called Critical Bits that features like teen superheroes and body horror and like really, really funny villain setups and names. My favorite is still the X-Men, where they're all X's of the same person, and they're really toxic about it. And that's their gimmick. That's all of them together are the X-Men, and it's gold. Very good stuff. But they're doing a Last Airbender RPG tournament arc, and Lucas, and Jess are one of the teams on there. We are the Spider Horses, representing La Crialta, I guess, tangentially, because everyone loves a good, majestic Spider Horse steed. In addition, I'm in some future projects that are as of yet unreleased, but once they start releasing, I'll let you know. But they're happening. One of them is Demigods themed, where we play as like kind of oh god, what is his name? Percy Jackson style game where like it's a bunch of demigods in a small town. And then I'm also in a Monster of the Week project that is also coming up. So those are my plugs. Is future projects, Critical Bits. And I guess my Twitter. I'm not doing much on there. I'll be real. It's mostly me like laughing at memes. But if you see me on there and you want to send me fan art of anything, I guess, feel free.
Awesome. Meg.
Hey, I'm Meg. You can find me on Twitter at Narnia's Pants. Wow, it's weird talking to my normal voice. You can find me on Twitter at Narnia's Pants. I am a full-time music educator in the wonderful, sarcastic state of Texas. And I am poor, and so are my students. So you can help me out. I have a link tree with like all different kinds of ways you can help us out. If you don't feel like buying products, that's totally fair. I do have a Ko-fi. All money that I get through stuff is usually shoved towards that. I just bought 30 clipboards with my tax return. So that's basically who I am as a person. I'm gonna recommend that y'all go stalk Utopia. They are all BIMPOC, and they are amazing. If you saw a bunch of really hot like BIMPOC vampires for BIPOC Vamp Day, that is their fault. They managed to basically gather, I think they said it was like 32. Yes, 32 submissions of games from all kinds of genres and backgrounds and play styles. So they hosted a BIPOC Vamp Jam. So a bunch of people of color that are content creators and writers submitted different articles and stuff and different games for them to kind of review. And so little by little, the people who created the event have been promoting all of the games and stuff and doing reviews, and some of them have been playing some of the games, so it's been really, really cool. So all of this has been obviously in prep for our spoopy month of October, so they made a lot of really cool stuff going on. And yeah, just go follow all of them. And the whole team is amazing. There's Serena Bezos, Morgan, who kind of helped spearhead a lot of that, and they deserve all the wonderful praise that they've been getting. So.
Hell yeah.
Check that out, because we always need more spoopy content, and so follow these amazing people. Let's go over to Jess.
All right, I'm Jess. I have a Twitter that has nothing on it, and it's art_fantastical. But my art is actually on my Instagram, which is also art_fantastical, and it's literally all just Rise memes. So if you like that, if you like the art in the opening scroll, about half of that's mine. It's all on Instagram, so go take a look. Speaking of spooky and speaking of second seasons like we're doing, I want to give a shout out to the Botched podcast. They have just started their own season 2. I had the opportunity to meet them. Very cool people. Botched is bonkers. It's off the wall. It's very funny. Just naughty, raunchy, funny. Different vibes this game a bit. But not only is their podcast starting their own new season, but their DM, Dennis, just launched a successful Kickstarter to start his own to publish a 60-page comic book called Lycan, Solomon's Odyssey. It's about the world's first werewolf, and it is funded now, yay! But if you go check it out, there's still some, there's like 4 days left, and there's still some stretch goals to reach, so you should check that out, because it seems like a cool project, and they're cool people. So yeah, Botched Podcast and Lycan on Kickstarter.
Hell yeah. Check that out. And we'll move over to Eve.
Hello, you can find me over at Copper Harpy. That is, copper as in the metal, harpy as in the bird monster. I have much to recommend this week. So I will recommend Talking with Dinosaurs, which is the #1 not safe for work dinosaur podcast hosted by a New Zealander. It's pretty good. If you like dinosaurs and other extinct animals, I recommend it. Other than that,
I never knew that was a niche subject, but I gotta give that a listen. Jason.
Hey, well, first of all, I'm really curious now to listen to that to find out how it's not safe for work.
That's the main thing that I'm curious about.
Yeah. Anyways, I am Jason_42 here and on Twitter. I'm going to post a link in the chat right now. That is the Lost Tower of Ambrosia Challenge Spotify playlist, where I am compiling podcasts belonging to all the guests on the Lost Tower. There have been a lot of people on so far. A lot of great games going on. Recently, I just finished listening to the Good Better Side Quest stuff, which featured Nekala, who was in one of the Lost Tower games. It's a lot of good laughs as they go through their extra long journey. And then I've also started listening to the Backwater Bastards, who I have been a pretty long time fan of. I love those bastards. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for coming out, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for coming by and enjoying these lovely memories with our randos. Join us next episode as we figure out how do you get out of a Zerithian Doom Cube. We'll have to find out on Tuesday. See you then, everyone. Bye-bye.